Episode 58. Night has fallen, and Nikki is oh so eager to see what the answer to this riddle the fearless adventurers gave us is. She's pointing excitedly towards the castle, our destination. Now where exactly are we going here? The first torch by the gate or something? Apparently the answer to this riddle is some kind of photo of the moon or something, which is normally a full moon, but it should be a crescent based on the riddle. Not sure what they're getting at. It's probably, you know what? I know why Nikki was so excited, and now I'm so excited too. Where's that torch? Are these torches? Ah, it's over here. Okay. No time to waste, Nikki, especially with night lasting so short. She looked so cool on this motorcycle, driving into an abandoned ruin. This will be it, huh? Okay, this isn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. Actually get that motorcycle out of the way. In case this is going to, end up in our photo album or something. Well, the reason I was so excited was because I thought this was going to be forced perspective photography of the moon, that we would somehow transform the full moon into a crescent moon. Doesn't seem like that's the case, though. What exactly are we going to do here to solve that riddle? And Nikki, give us some kind of... like this. And maybe rotate yourself? No, that doesn't quite work. What if we rotate you now? Kind of. Lower to the ground, or not. Yeah, I don't know. Just not a very interesting photo. Not sure what we're trying to take a photo of, other than the obvious gate. Well, we did it. We took a photo of it. How is this the answer to the riddle, though? I could have sworn it was going to be forced every time. Or most of the time. Forced perspective photography. Could have sworn it would be that. And just like that, we're already leaving. No fun adventure in the ruins. Not anymore. Should be able to finish up all of the event quests this time, even though we're technically only on the first and there are like 5 more after this. There should be plenty of time to do all of them, though. Some of them are shorter than others, as I've learned. Daytime. Well, here's that photo. I have no idea what it could mean, though. This place feels so familiar. Before so many strange things started happening in the ruins, we did come here and explore. But it's different now. I don't remember all these purple flowers on the ground before. Let me see. You're right. I've never seen them before either. It's just a few flowers, though. What does that have to do with anything? Purple flowers at this time of year? Wait, I think I've got it. I remember reading about a flower called the elusive bloom, and it looked just like this. The book says that the fragrance of this flower can make people see things, and it's so light that it can float over long distances. So the full moon we're seeing right now might not be real after all? Wow. So it's a hallucination? In that case, how does it come out in photos? So the real moon might still be waning or not full, just like the note said. So is everyone seeing? Wow, this is the most exciting discovery of the year for our team. But why'd I have to take a photo of the gate? I don't understand. The moon is too far away from us, though, so we can't be sure if it's real or not. Maybe we should ask the adults in town. They're bound to know the truth. Good idea. Even though we haven't fully uncovered the truth yet, this stage of the adventure has been a huge success. All thanks to our honorary members. Let's give thanks to the biggest contributors of this adventure. On the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Thank you, Miss Nikki and Momo. No need to thank us. We're part of the Fearless Adventurers, after all. I hope next time the Fearless Adventurers can go on a real adventure with Miss Nikki and Momo. We look forward to our next adventure. That's very kind of you, Nikki, but if they tagged along, it would be more like an escort quest. So, what next? Actually, maybe we get the lay of the land with where these are exactly laid out. How do I... Right. Over here. Alright, that one's there, just nearby. Okay, inside the palace. And the other one's... Oh, in town, okay. Oh, wait. Just kind of out way down there, huh? Interesting. Never been there. Alright, I guess we'll start with the closest one. Oh, it's Carlos, of course. Why are the most crucial pages missing, just when I finally made it this far? Although the clues point here, is this really a place that someone like me, a fair scholar with no ability to defend myself, can explore? Miss Carlos, what are you doing here? Oh, it's you two. I'm in a bit of a bind. What's wrong? I was inspired by Queen Philomea's palace ruins to embark on a new research project, uncovering the Queen's past. Little did I know, the journey would be full of twists and turns. I mean, we were there ourselves, like, in the past. Doesn't get more twisty and turny than that. I think we were in the past, right? That's what that whole thing was? Or like the ethereal realm? Whatever that place was. Anticipating that my proposal might not be approved, I pulled an all-nighter to revise it. Then, predicting that the research funding might fall short, I sought sponsorships to fill the gap. But then... the precious book I painstakingly scavenged from a second-hand bookstall, its most crucial pages, are gone, missing, vanished. I can feel your frustration. Look. She showed them. Could this be how the academic community of Mirrorland sabotages their competitors' progress? Wow, Momo. What a crazy theory. Where the hell are you, anyway? Just standing over there, huh? There you are. I don't believe that's the case. The bookstall owner told me he found this book near some ruins. I thought there might be some clues about the missing pages here. That's why I came. The ruins aren't safe right now, yet you still came. This research must mean a lot to you. Of course it does. Also, I've already found a clue. It was on this note, look. Seeker of history and hidden truths, when moonlight graces the silent ruins, find the pavilion where flowers bloom, and that which you seek will appear soon. Seeker of history and truths, that's me. And what I'm after are those missing pages, right? But the note says to find a pavilion where flowers bloom in the ruins at night, doesn't it? That's quite the challenge. Momo, we've been there. Exactly. With all the strange happenings at the ruins lately, if I go in recklessly, I might not make it out in one piece, let alone find the missing pages. This is kind of weird because we already solved like the danger of the ruins. I guess we could have taken on this quest before doing all of that, but I guess they're still treating the ruins as dangerous even though we helped Queen Philomea pass on to the afterlife or whatever. Will this precious academic inspiration slip away from me yet again? Don't worry, Miss Carlos, maybe we can help. I've explored these ruins that night before with Momo, so we should be fine. Oh, by the wishing one, are you serious? Thank you so much. I can already picture my academic masterpiece coming to life. By the way, if it's convenient, could you take a photo of the pavilion for me? Having physical evidence will make my argument much more compelling. Consider it done. I'll take care of it. Thank you so much. Just to confirm what you need to do, find a pavilion where flowers bloom in the ruins at night. That's it. And actually I thought... Oh, wait. This isn't the pavilion I thought it would be. I thought it'd be like this one here. Is this not a pavilion? Because there are like flowers here at night. What is a pavilion then? If not a courtyard or whatever. Alright. Nikki, wait here until nighttime. They really should add the time thing onto one of these wheels here. Replace... what's useless? Replace the hints on up on the D-pad. I think I might have mentioned that before. The rest of these can stay, I think. Where is... right. And actually I would have thought we'd be interacting more with those NPCs from the main quest that we did for this event. That one sword, the ghost that was associated with the sword, the cat, and the will-o-wisp, all of those guys. Even the floating loaves at the piano. Kind of felt like they had, I don't know, they put work into voicing those characters. I thought they would use those voice actors for more or something. Use those models for more. But they're just using these random NPCs. Well, it's not over yet. Maybe we'll run into those NPCs again. I can only hope. Otherwise, I'll just think they're kind of superfluous by the time I'm done with this whole event. Oh, right. Purify S-Things, you say? No, wait. That's the wrong quest. You want the photo again, huh? Okay. Do we have the moon in the background? We don't. Where is it? Oh, it's over there. Can we get it in the background? With like some clever angling? Like do this, and then give it some of that. Zoom in a bit. That would be good, it just doesn't actually get in the frame, the whole pavilion. Come on. It's so picky, and so am I. It's a fight between me and this bracket thingy. Okay. Yeah. The moon is a little bit too close for comfort to the edge of the frame for me, but if this is what the game wants, then I'll accept it. And Nikki, give us something. I don't know. Maybe this pose? Yeah. She kind of stands out a bit. Good enough. And it's been a while since I shared it online, I guess. Not really my best work. I mean, none of my work is really that great. But I guess every now and again we can just upload whatever. Oh, we got a note. At 12 o'clock noon, seek the statue of the violin. At that exact moment, go to where the shadow of the day points. What's this? Another clue? This handwriting and the style of the note looks similar to the one Miss Carlone showed us earlier. Nikki, take a look. You're right. This likely means the same person is leaving all the clues. Once we find them, we'll have the answers. Got it. We'll head to the statue of the violin at 12 noon, and follow the shadows to see where it leads. See, when you make me advance the time back and forth like this all the time, this is why I say it has to be on the hotbar wheel, or the quick wheel, whatever you call it. Faster to teleport. Oh, they're still here. Yeah, I was just talking about you. Okay, so they are being used in the quest, that's good. Not this quest, the upcoming quest. Okay, not as superfluous as they might have been. Time to wait until noon. I guess you don't need to use the pair pelting if it's if you have the option to wait wherever or whenever. But still, you use the pair pal to advance time for other reasons like collecting materials and things, or changing the weather, or just for taking photos, so yeah, my reasoning still stands. Anyway, you finally arrived. Someone has been waiting for this day for a very long time. Who's talking? Is this another ghost or something? There's no need to worry, my feline friend. No one is here to cause you any harm. That is not a no. That is not a no to the ghost question. Nikki, I think that voice is coming from behind the window. Who are you? Why are you hiding behind the window? Due to the passage of time, my identity has been erased. It no longer matters who I am. But the real reason is that they don't want to model some new NPC, right? The reason I'm here is not to hide, but to wait. To return what was lost to the one who truly needs it. What is it? What is this lost item you're talking about? It is a piece of history, something witnessed by our ancestors. It is also what you are seeking. Let me explain. The floor is all yours. An ancestor of mine was one of Queen Philomea's most loyal servants, remaining by her side even during her exile. After the fall of the regime, my ancestor left the royal court. Years later, he wrote a memoir about Queen Philomea, but the final chapters were met with harsh criticism from scholars. What was in those chapters? Most scholars considered Queen Philomea a tyrant, but my ancestor's writings portrayed her in a very different light. I think I understand. In a fit of anger, my ancestor tore up the final chapters of the memoir. However, not long after, he deeply regretted his actions and tried to recover the missing pages. In his view, the queen was misunderstood. She didn't deserve the label of tyrant, nor should she have become a villain of political scheming. More people need to know the true story of the queen. What happened next? Sadly, before my ancestor could recover all the missing pages, he passed away, and the memoir was lost forever. I see. Our friend happens to have a book very similar to the one you're talking about. I wonder if it's the same memoir. Nikki told them. It seems that your friend is the one who truly needs it then. Finally. My ancestor left this world with regret, yet his descendants continue to fulfill his wishes. Now, all the missing pages have been collected. We've been waiting for the right moment to return this lost piece of history to the one who truly needs it. And today is that day. I see. So that's why you've been leaving those notes around the ruins. That's right, my feline friend. She took pages out from the memoir, or something. I didn't read it all, as usual. Unlike my ancestor, I am just an ordinary person. Okay, I guess you're not a ghost. This is all I can do for Queen Philomea. With this, my ancestor's final wish is fulfilled. I trust you'll ensure these pages reach the right hands. Farewell, kind young lady, and noble feline. There's so much more to Queen Philomea's story than we imagined. It's definitely worth researching. Absolutely. Let's hurry and bring those pages back to Miss Carlos. Okay, but why go this roundabout way of trying to clear Philomea's name or whatever? You're just staying indoors hoping that somebody finds these notes that you've scattered around or something. Or you're doing this with some kind of weird magic from inside your room? Didn't really catch how the the pages would have disappeared from Carlos's notebook, unless you did some kind of weird magic. Just going to assume it's weird magic. Oh, there's Dew right there. Miss Carlos, we found the missing pages. Come and see if these are the ones. Oh, by the wishing one. These pages match perfectly with the missing sections of my book, from the page numbers to the content. The person who was holding onto these pages, onto these missing pages, also told us a very touching story. I think you're exaggerating, Nikki, but sure. Nikki shared it. This is incredible. I never imagined such an important part of history had been hidden away. Just skimming through these pages, I already feel inspired once again. I can't thank you both enough. It seems your once stalled research is finally about to make some real progress. Exactly. The Queen, the ruins, the forgotten history, and the mysterious figure. Just like that, these little pieces of insight have merged into a vast ocean of inspiration. Okay, but can you really, cite a mysterious figure in a scholarly work? I'm not sure your peers are going to accept that. In that distant era, the scrutiny of power was often clouded by extreme emotions and biases. The Queen was unjustly labeled a tyrant. Narrow-minded scholars passed judgment on her, leaving the truth tragically obscured and hidden from the public eye. Oh dear, I almost got carried away again. Nikki and Momo, you two are my greatest inspiration. Thank you both so much. We're just glad we could help. I hope your research progresses smoothly, and that Queen Philomea's true story finally comes to light, restoring her honor. It definitely will. I need to hurry and document all this, so my research... Oh. She was in such a hurry, it skipped her last bit of dialogue. Well, that's fine. We're in a hurry too. We want to finish all the quests, of which there are 4 more. Where was the next one? Next on the list. This should be the last long one, I think. Oh, it was this guy? Right. Strange and his cat. What's the cat's name? We used to call it Strange, but then Strange took back that name, so we don't have a name for the cat anymore. Nighttime. I guess it's just Peculiar Cat. If this guy can be called Strange, then let's call this cat Peculiar. Not as a descriptor, but as a proper name. You like that, Peculiar? You like being called Peculiar? Meow, meow. I think he likes it. We meet again, my intriguing young lady. What brings you here, Mr. Strange? I've been waiting for you. The Wind of the Ruins told me that tonight a very important young lady and her companion would be here. A very important young lady and her companion? That's a bit too obvious. You must mean me and Nikki. I was worried that I was being too conspicuous, but I guess I overdid it. Well, you've come all this way to find us. You must have something important to tell us, right? That's correct. I have a special proposition that I'm sure the two of you will find very interesting. A special proposition? Very interesting. Could this be related to a miracle outfit? Wow, Nikki, you're really jumping the gun. We just got another miracle outfit. I think 2 is enough for this expansion, wouldn't you say? Let's save it for the next expansion. A miracle outfit? What's that? No, what I wish to trade is a secret. Well, why not just tell us a secret? Is it really necessary to make such a big deal out of this? And a trade too? There are countless treasures in the world, as numerous as the stars in the sky. Gold, silver, jewels, delicacies. and everything in between. However, the most valuable treasure is hidden within one's heart. The value of a secret surpasses anything you can imagine, and thus it is worthy of a trade. Could you at least tell us whose secret it is? That's right. What if we're not interested in hearing this secret at all? I guarantee you will be, for this secret is about this place, about her, and it will answer all of your questions. A secret about the Queen? How many more secrets does Queen Philomea have that we don't know about? Seriously, I'm right there with you. I mean, we went to the past and talked to her. How could she have any more secrets after that? Since the day we arrived in these ruins, her name has echoed in our ears. Countless voices shaping our understanding of who she was. From these voices we gradually pieced together a picture of Queen Philomea, and later, through our brief encounter with her, we came to learn some truths. But I have a feeling it's just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many more mysteries, as enigmatic as the night around us. If what you say is true, and we can find answers to all of our questions, then I agree to this trade. And it better be all of it. No more secrets after this, okay? I knew I had a good feeling about you. What's this about feelings? Anyway, if Nikki agrees, then so do I. And so do I. Now, how many black things do you need us to find this time? Since this is a special trade, we must do something a bit more special this time. Let's play a little game. Beneath the moon's shadow, even the most insatiable desires take on various forms. If you can see through the illusions and find the real me among the 5 shadows, I shall tell you the secret of Her Majesty. Well then, Nikki, are you ready to begin the game? Okay, I'm ready. Now then, find the real me among the 5 shadows. Here's a hint for you, young lady. Humans may be deceived by their eyes, but animals are not, for they trust only their hearts. Isn't that right, my old friend? Meow. Then let the games begin. Oh, he's just hanging out. Okay, down this path. It's you. No. It's you. Nah. Where else could he be? It's you. The ruins have regained their peace, and the peace that accompanied every hour of Her Majesty's rest, as it always did. The difference is at this time, I can feel the peace because her mind is finally at ease. Just the thought of it makes everything worthwhile. What I meant to say is, it is my duty to resolve Her Majesty's troubles. Okay. That's not strange. Where else could he be? Did we already leave the circle of search or whatever? It's you. No, it's probably not him. Didn't you hear? The ruins are off limits at night. I guess technically he's just outside the bounds of the ruins, technically. You win this time, Stone. We're not playing your game. Alright, so there are 3 of them here. Where are the other 3? Or the other 2? Up above? It's a pretty wide search area. Oh, there's one. Okay, it's this one, but where's the 5th one? Curious now. Well, whatever. We can go inside. Wow. I didn't realize we could go inside. What is this? Oh, it's one of these. I actually didn't realize when you clicked on them you can see how many are inside. How many Wim stars and do. Interesting. Well, not right now. We're finishing the quest. Oh yeah, before I accidentally use one of these, I'll equip that. Unfortunately, you guessed wrong. Damn. And I was so sure. Well, that's what I wanted to say. But congratulations, Miss Nikki. You found the real me. Okay. I was actually wondering to myself, what could possibly be the solution if it's not the cat? Meow. If I'm not mistaken, the key to this game must be your companion. Peculiar, the cat. Humans may be deceived by their eyes, but animals are not, for they trust only their hearts. This was the clue you gave me. Yeah, Nikki, we all get it. You're very clever. To me, every one of the shadows looked like you. However, to you, or to your cat, there was only one you. So whichever one the cat snuggled up to the most, or snuggled up to, must have been the real Strange. Meow. Look, even my cat is applauding your cleverness, Miss Nikki. Now then, to complete my end of the trade, I shall share Her Majesty's secret with you. I hope it's a juicy one, the hot gossip, the juicy deets. Mr. Strange, there is actually one more thing I don't quite understand. From our conversation, it's clear you hold Queen Philomela in deep admiration and respect. So why would you choose to reveal her secret to me? Also, what did you mean earlier when you said you had a good feeling about us? Well, because this is something only the two of you can accomplish. Excuse me, what? Recently, the area around the palace has been bustling once more. I occasionally hear faint voices. Their attitude toward Her Majesty is no longer one of fear and panic, but rather a curious anticipation. They say that maybe Her Majesty wasn't as cruel and heartless as the history books have depicted. They say that her singing is sweet and enchanting, like a dream, captivating all who hear it. I think this is because of you. You must have done something to change their perception of Her Majesty. I simply shared what I had seen and learned with everyone in Forwish, and they all believed that I met a ghost. Exactly. You are the only one brave enough to face the curse. The only one to reveal the true side of Her Majesty to the world. Most importantly, they trust you. By entrusting you Her Majesty's story, I trust that you will share it with the others, so future generations will know that she was always deserving of the title of Queen. That's nice and all, but maybe you should actually share it with Carlos instead. She's the actual historian here. Miss Nikki, this time, it is not a trade, but a request. As a reward, feel free to take any treasures you find in the cavern inside the Queen Philomela's palace ruins. I only hope that Her Majesty's past glory may shine upon us once more, even if it touches only a single soul. You're usually quite the smooth talker, but when it comes to the Queen, you get very serious. I almost thought that it was that stern knight speaking to us. Mr. Momo, I appreciate the compliment, but if you're comparing me to that guy, I'll take a pass. You hear that, sword? I understand, but I believe a precious gem can't remain buried in the mud forever. One day everyone will know all that Queen Philomela did for our people. Miss Nikki's words are always so steadfast and comforting. Alright, enough with some mushy talk. Oh, it kind of faded to black for some reason there. The treasure and the secret of Her Majesty are waiting for you in the cavern inside the Queen's palace ruins. Wait, so was this actually... Okay. Was this added in... It had to be. This had to be added in during the event. So I guess this is another event... Well, not dungeon, but like a cavern or whatever. Weird. Thought this might have been part of the base game, but apparently not. Well, since it's part of the event, I guess I have to do it. But let's complete those other quests first. It can be our, finale, if we have the time for it. Now, our next quest is actually over in town, wasn't it? was actually really hoping we would have enough time to do all of the quests this episode. Beginning to look like it might not be the case. These quests tend to be shorter than the other ones, so maybe. We'll see. Oh, we actually have to do this for once? I actually, took it off of my hotbar, the electrician outfit, because it's so useless. It doesn't ever get used. Where is it? Over... Well, these are all useful, so I guess we don't really need the rainbow. I mean, I want to use it because I got the outfit, so I'll probably put it back on after I'm done here. Okay. Been a while since we did one of these. And just like that, we're done already. See you in another 12 months or something, I don't know. Whenever we use this again. Huh? Wait. It broke. Again? Okay. Not 12 months. More like 12 seconds. Do we just solve the same puzzle again? Wait. This can't be right. Maybe I have to actually read the dialogue. Nikki says she's going to try again, but I don't know about this. I thought it might be solve 3 different puzzles on the same lamppost, but it's just the same puzzle, so... What's going on here? As long as the dialogue changes, I guess we're in the clear, though. Please let it work this time. I'm right there with you. Ribbit, I think it's really fixed this time. Let's wait a few minutes to make sure it stays on. They waited a few minutes. Whoa, where did all these lamp blooms come from? Did they just appear out of nowhere? Could the entity controlling the streetlight be trying to scare us with these lamp blooms? The entity? It's called electricity, Momo. You should know this. Lamp blooms aren't scary, Momo. Maybe it's just thanking us for fixing the light. Don't scare yourself like that. Nikki's right. At least it's fixed. Wow. That's the most important thing, Ribbit. Still, how is it so hard to fix? Doesn't that seem strange to you, Nikki? Well, strange things have been known to happen during this season. At least the light's working now. What a weird quest. Just here, not even related to anything we did in the ruins. I don't see the lamp blooms they were talking about, though. Okay. That wasn't even scary, it was just weird. Now remember the next quest is way over here. I think our fastest route is to... Well, here, let's go over here. And we'll actually take the proper path on our motorcycle over there. Just because we've never actually been down there, ever. And we'll take the scenic route for our first time. I guess while we're riding there, I'll record my thoughts on the upcoming season, what they previewed. Seems like it's going to be all about parties and dancing and stuff. Might be some good dancing emotes. We got a few of those from the fireworks season. But more than that, the outfit that they're releasing as part of the 5-star event, it's pretty interesting. It lets you basically transform into some kind of, Well, first of all, it's the first outfit that lets you transform. You've had the outfit that lets you shrink and then hop onto Momo, which is basically a transformation. But this one actually transforms Nikki into, like, basically a stuffed doll or something. With some weird hopping ability that makes it... Well, not... The hopping ability doesn't really do anything, but... I guess the main thing is that the S-lings don't recognize it or something. They don't aggro on it. Doesn't seem particularly useful, but just being able to transform at all seems pretty interesting to me, and I do like what you transform into. Kind of a cool-looking S-ling style doll. It'd be cool if it was useful, the transformation. I don't exactly have my hopes up. I'll have to see some gameplay to see if it would be even worth spending diamonds on. It is, after all, one of the harder 5 stars to get. Probably costs like 24,000 diamonds to even guarantee the outfit. I've mainly just been getting 4-star outfits from any events though. The ones that are way easier to get. So what is this place, like, lore-wise? The Hardcraft Kingdom Outpost. But where does it connect to? The Empire of Light, got it. Yeah, I was just trying to geographically understand where this connection was, but it's the Empire of Light. If there are any future expansions, which there probably will be, into the Empire of Light, this is where we're going to connect to it, I think. Hi, Hannah. Oh, it's Bettina. She's from the main story. Yeah, she's from the Empire of Light, right? Or rather, she's from Embrasso, which I guess is in the Empire of Light? Yeah, it must be that the Empire of Light is like exerting some influence over Embrasso, and they're all being forced out, like Bettina here. Ah, it's you. Surprised to see me. The Flame Crest Festival has been quiet for too long, and I've had enough of Stoneville, so I thought I'd check back in. Grace is a capable leader. She picked a solid spot for the camp, and the guards she brought in seem reliable enough. But she keeps asking me to fill out forms, wanting reports on the exiles and all that. Gives me a headache. Yeah, I guess she's just waiting here to become a relevant NPC again. Just hang in there. I'm sure your expansion is coming up. Hello, I'm Hannah, a Kingdom Guard. Are you in need of help? No, we're here to help you. You look worried. Perhaps you could use some help. Miss Hannah, is anything troubling you? I'm a stylist. Perhaps I can help. Ah, if you're a stylist, perhaps you can. There's been some strange activity along the border. Everyone is on edge. Some think the S-lings are responsible. During the war against the dark, many brave stylists made great sacrifices to hold our enemies back. To maintain this hard-earned peace, the Kingdom Guards are always ready for anything. One of us took a curious photo that needs to be analyzed. For all we know, it could be a wandering PC, but we can't rule out any other possibilities. Can you help us find a PC in the photo? As long as it's not an S-ling, we can relax. Okay, yeah, these quests are way shorter. Of course, ready when you are. Thank you, Miss Stylist. Is there a way to make this cursor go faster? Where is this guy? Should be obvious, right? I'm sure as soon as I find him, I'm going to say, oh, that was obvious all along. Oh, wait. Hey, that isn't obvious. That's pretty clever, actually. So it was a PC after all. Thank you, Miss Stylist. Now we don't need to send more people on patrol. Photo's already gone. I probably should have said this while it was still up, but I guess what I like about that is that they hid it amongst all of those other burlap sacks or whatever they are, so that it just kind of blended in with them. These gifts are from us. Please take them. We'd be honored to have you, or for you to have them. There are others like me in Wishfield trying to uncover the secrets in their photos. Your keen observational skills can help them find hidden clues. Wait. Was that the right quest? It was not. Okay. Different photo investigation. You. Yeah, looking for ghosts in the photo. That's much more thematically appropriate. I've been staring at this photo for 326 minutes, yet I still can't find the third ghost. Maybe I should change my approach. Perhaps only ghosts can see it. As they say, it takes one to know one. Wow. Taking photos specifically for ghosts? That's just weird. Oh, what was that? I'm sorry, we didn't mean to startle you. We overheard you mention something about ghosts. Is there anything we can help you with? By the way, is this actually a ghost on the pants? I didn't actually remember to check. What is that pattern? It could just be nothing. Oh, it's fine. No need to apologize. My name's Vinceau, and I'm an Outpost Guard. I enjoy researching ghost stories and strange photographs. Ghost stories? Stories that are especially bizarre or scary? Ah, you've asked the right person, Momo. Ghost stories are tales of all sorts of oddities that happen in the world. Some are scary, some are bizarre, and some are supernatural. How about this? I'll tell a ghost story. This story begins long ago. Well, a long time ago. And it's about a young man who lived in the student dorms at Sachiya Art Academy. On his first day in the dorm, the administrator told him to stay away from the room at the far right end of the first floor, but didn't say why. There must have been something wrong with that door. Avoiding it is a smart thing to do. That's what he thought at first, but eventually his curiosity got the better of him. One day, he decided to visit the room. The door to the room was locked, but then he spotted a window. Through a small hole in the window, he could see that the room was empty, except for someone standing in the corner. A woman. My God, are we going Blair Witch Project with this? A woman? How could there be a woman in a locked room? Was she a person or something else? This is already getting really creepy. Momo, is that all it takes to scare you? The story's just beginning. Do you want to keep listening? The word scared isn't even in my dictionary. What about you, Nikki? If you want to stop, that's fine with me. Yeah, we can't wait to hear the rest. Don't be scared, Momo. I'm here. I'm sure the next part will be really exciting. Please go on, Mr. Vinceau. Then I shall proceed. The woman was wearing a beautiful floral dress and had long black hair, but her skin was an unusual bronze color. She can't be human, can she? However, the man didn't find this strange at all. After all, Sachiya Art Academy was full of eccentric individuals. So the next day, he returned to the window. Peering through the same small hole, he saw a splash of vivid red. Perhaps the woman had noticed him yesterday and used a lamp chili to block the hole, he thought. So the man decided to ask the administrator about the person in that room. The administrator sighed and said, "You went and looked into that room, didn't you? 3 sisters once lived there. No one knows exactly what happened to them, but in the end, they all perished in that room. Those 3 sisters were very strange. They were all born with black hair, bronze-colored skin, and red eyes." Alright, bye Nikki. I'm leaving now. Heading to a place where there are no ghost stories. This is just too much for me. Oh my. The more I think about this, the scarier it gets. That red. Could it be? It's exactly what you're thinking, Nikki. This is just one tale from my collection of ghost stories. If you like this one, I can tell you 10 more. I actually like that story. It has nothing to do with this quest that we're supposed to do, this photo investigation, but very fun to weave this into the event. I like it. No need. How could I, Mum with a fearless, be scared? Anyway, earlier you mentioned something about a photo. Is that part of one of your ghost stories? You truly are fearless, Momo. That's right. The photo I've been researching is also part of a ghost story. It's said to belong to the owner of an old castle. He once used a webcam to take a photo of some ghosts. In a letter, he said that the photo depicted 3 women who had mysteriously died in an apartment. Oh, wow, I guess it is related to the story. However, no matter how long I stare at this photo, I can only spot 2 of them. The 3rd one is nowhere to be found. Do we need some special power to see her? If you don't mind, perhaps I could take a look, Mr. DaVinci. That's right. Nikki's observation skills are second to none. Wait, no. What if that ghost comes out of the photo after you find her? If a ghost really does come out, I think Mr. DaVinci would be thrilled. It would give him inspiration for a new ghost story. That's right. It would be so exciting. How exactly did these 3 women meet their untimely end? And how were they captured in the photo? I'm dying to know. Alright then, Nikki. I'll let you take over for now. If you can find 3 ghosts, I'll have another ghost story to tell. Oh, do it. Okay. There's one. There's one. This might be the 3rd one he couldn't find, because it just kind of blended in with the tree. The 3 ghosts. We finally found them. Thank you so much, Nikki. Now I have a solid framework for my ghost story. With a little bit of this and that, a little bit of that, it'll turn into a great one. Speaking of which, the old man who gave me this photo once told me a very interesting story. Really? What was it? The story goes, do not sit on a certain bench in the Queen's Ruins Violin Square in the middle of night. And if you hear any strange sounds, ignore them and leave immediately. A certain bench in the Violin Square? Nikki, we should check it out. It sounds really exciting. Alright, Mr. DaVinci, we'll be heading off now. Good luck with your ghost stories. Thank you. And I wish you both the best as well. Alright, and that's our segue into the last quest, which this was the prerequisite for. Just gonna have to make it nighttime, I guess. Really did like that ghost story. Wasn't like a huge jump or anything. I mean, how much of a jump scare can you do with a ghost story, right? But I like the way that it kind of foreshadowed the eye peeking through the window, and then it revealed that it was an eye right after, like right at the very end. With the pre-established fact that they had like weird traits about their bodies, the hair color and the skin color, and then the last thing you learn is the eye color. Pretty cool. Now where do I do this again? Right. Over here. Every time. It's not that I forget where it is, it's that I forget the buttons to get to where I need to go to get this thing. So many buttons. Should I pick up that star? Eh. Not right now. Oh, it's that violin. Okay. I'm never letting go of this thing. I hope we can still use this thing in places outside of Florawish. Oh no. Am I trapped? No, we're good. Bench here, huh? What bench? Oh, these ones. Okay. It's so quiet around here. It feels like even the wind has stopped. There doesn't seem to be anything unusual going on here. Did we mess up the ghost stories rules or something? You're not sitting on the bench, that's why, Nikki. Your butt is just kind of hovering above the bench. That's actually very impressive, but you need to sit on the bench for the ghost story. You're so brave, Nikki. But yeah, it's just a silly ghost story. There's nothing to... Ah, there it is. It's you again, Shack Shack. Ah, it's this ghost. The ghost that says Shack Shack. I'm not sure why it says Shack Shack, even though it has only like maybe 10 lines total, including the one we're reading right now. Like, why give a verbal tick to a character that doesn't talk that much? Whatever. No, you're the little ghost that led us to the Sword Knight before. How rude, addressing Sir Percy as the Sword Knight, Shack Shack. As the most elite sentinel under Sir Percy's command, I will not tolerate such insolence, Shack Shack. Fine, fine. Sir Sword Knight Percy, happy now? It's far from Sir Percy. Are you patrolling nearby? Not patrolling. I'm looking for a kind human to help me collect a celeb crow feather, Shack Shack. But the moment people hear my voice, they scream and run away, Shack Shack. How would they do that? It's pretty normal for people to run away when they see ghosts. Why do you need a celeb crow feather? Maybe we can help. Really? That's wonderful, Shack Shack. Here's the thing. Sir Percy has a beautiful brooch that Her Majesty the Queen once gave him. It was a great honor, Shack Shack. He has always taken such good care of it, but recently, he dropped it on the ground, and now there's a chip along the edge, Shack Shack. Are you sure he dropped it, being a sword and all? Sir Percy was very upset. The brooch means much to him, so I want to help him fix it and make him happy again, Shack Shack. But I need a celeb crow feather to do that, and, well, I can't touch it myself, Shack Shack. I'm curious. How does a sword keep a brooch safe? It's not like he can wear it, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Of course not, it's kept... Wait, you almost tricked me. The brooch is Sir Percy's most precious treasure. I'm not telling you where it is, Shack Shack. Alright. Let us help you find a celeb crow feather. You are so kind. Sir Percy will be so happy. He hasn't been happy for a long time, Shack Shack. I'll leave the task of collecting a celeb crow feather to you then, Shack Shack. Okay. We did it. Come on. We've got a celeb crow feather. See if you can use it. Thank you, Nikki. Now I can fix Sir Percy's precious brooch, Shack Shack. As a token of my gratitude, please accept this, Shack Shack. You sentinels are so polite. You even gave us a gift. Sir Percy says we must always be grateful to those who help us. A gift of thanks is the most basic courtesy. Shack Shack. Kind of getting sick of saying Shack Shack at the end of every sentence for this guy, but I've kind of sunk cost already, so I'm pretty sure we're almost done talking to him. Thank you. I'll be sure to treasure it. No thanks needed, Nikki and Momo. See you. I'm off to report this good news to Sir Percy, Shack Shack. He floated away. And yeah, that was the last time we had to say Shack Shack. What do you give us? Oh, a sketch. Okay, craft it. This was like a requirement, right? For something. Not that we're gonna wear it. Just doing this to fill out the quest. And like this. We have completed all of the photos, including these two, which I did try to get at least a decent photo of. The subject, being Nikki, is kind of, well, pretty small in them. But I guess that works sometimes, right? So yeah, claim all. A good 200 diamonds, not really worth that much. Barely 2 pulls. And then these things. That would be everything, right? 1300 was all we needed. Yeah. 500 diamonds, much more substantial. No more rewards there. And got all the rewards here. We are officially done with the event, at least all of the stuff that's time limited. Right on time to end the episode, is what I would say. But we were promised some treasure, weren't we? So let's go on a little bit longer just to get that treasure. Oh, we can just teleport there. I guess this if I'm correct, this cavern was added in as part of the dungeon, so we can't say we really did all of the event stuff if we ignore this cavern. Plus he promised us secrets. There better be a good secret here. I think the map said there were 13 dew and 1 whim star, right? Is that right? Yeah. Oh, and we've got lore. Yeah, I guess we're going on long for this, so we'll spend some time on the lore. A letter. Wait, this would be the secrets, wouldn't it? It would be the lore. Yeah. Dear Philomia, Philene. Okay, so it's from Olivia, whatever. Spring has arrived, and the potted plant you gave me earlier is already in bloom. Have the flowers blossomed in the palace as well? Since my mother was crowned queen, you moved to the palace, and we haven't seen each other. The other letters I wrote to you before still haven't been answered. Yesterday, the head maid brought back a parcel from the palace. I thought it was a reply, but when I opened it, it turned out to be a sheet of music sent to the musician. Miss Musician told me you didn't have time to reply because you were too busy. Being an adult must come with so many worries. If only I could stay a child forever. Kind of tying together some of those themes that we saw in that dungeon, like transforming things into dolls, as if trying to recapture childhood or something, and also that obsession with music or whatever. There was also that one note about the childlike wonder about musical theory and all that, and then the later note that was kind of... I'm not sure how to describe it. It was upset by it, or upset with themselves. Didn't really pick up on what it was putting down, but I guess this is adding on to that. I heard that father wouldn't let you come back for your mother's funeral. You must feel so heartbroken, not being able to say goodbye to her one last time. Last night I sneaked out to the cemetery when the guards weren't looking and placed a bouquet of flowers for you on the late queen's grave. Does that bring you even a little comfort? The real reason I'm writing is to invite you to my birthday banquet next month. Oh, okay. So this is before that whole thing that Philomena told us about. You couldn't attend in previous years because of your duties, but can you come this year? If not, I'll have to let the doll you left behind in the palace, Philene, sit next to me instead. At least then one Philene will be there at my party. Philene, isn't life at the palace dreadfully dull? I wish I could come and keep you company, but the head maid insists I'm still too young to leave home. In the meantime, I've asked Miss Musician to prepare a few books for you. When you're bored, you can look through them. I've even transcribed the nursery rhyme we used to sing together as children. There's so much more I want to say, but the head maid says that children who chatter too much can be annoying. Well, she's right. So I'll save the rest for my birthday party. You must come. And one last thing. If it's not too much trouble, please write to me more often, sis. Your sister, Olivia. I guess this is kind of an epilogue to all of that. Guess I'm glad I saved this for last. Oh, there's treasure too. That does not appear on the checklist. Whatever you'd call it. The whim stars and the do appear on it, but not the treasure chests. Speaking of, haven't seen any dew yet. Sure is quiet here. Actually, now that I have a moment to actually look. Is that a ghost? Am I just seeing things? Seeing patterns where there aren't any? Kind of look like one of those little ghosts, the ones that look like they have a sheet over their head or something. Kind of vaguely that shape. I'm probably just imagining it. This is themed for the event. It's like unlocked through the event, so I thought maybe it could be a ghost pattern or something. Ah, we can even fish. It's probably just going to be another lampfish or whatever. Oh, we got enemies? Where? Ah, this too. Not appearing on the checklist. Oh, we saw it. And actually, I guess we're continuing upwards, so... Oops. Let's clear out the bottom first. Here we go. I think there was another room over here. Or above? I didn't check above here. Or do these just go to the same place? Seems like they might. That place with the treasure chest. Yeah, it seems like that hole just exits out here. Did I miss anything in there? Kind of went the longest way around possible to get to this hole, but... No, just some bling. Okay. There was actually a... I'll read that in a second. Actually one of those objective thingies in the menu. I forget what it's called. What's this called again? The courses. Actually, I can bring it up on screen. Right here? A completely absurd objective. Might be under this one? No. I'm wasting time on this. Yeah, this one. Make a billion. Explore and obtain blings. You have to get, not 1 million, 1 billion bling to complete this objective. And the worst part is that it doesn't include the main way that you get bling, which is the realm of escalation, which gives you like hundreds of thousands at a time. This objective wants you to pick up 1 billion bling from the world, just like lying out in the world, like these things. Wherever they are. I don't see any on screen right now, but like the ones that I just ignored. Who on earth has time for all that? Each bling is only worth 100, so that means you have to pick up 100,000 of those. That's crazy. I mean, maybe it unlocks them eventually. Like if you spend years on the game, if there are going to be several expansions, maybe. Unsigned diary. Oh, more lore on Lord Strange. Wow. I guess he was right. It does answer all the questions, including like, who the hell all of those ghost NPCs are and their relation to the Queen. Like, what their importance even is. Lord Strange, accompanied by a caravan, carrying rare and precious treasures, briefly stopped at the palace. Apparently because the weight of the load caused one of their wheels to break. Honestly, despite his humble origins, this man, who now holds the highest position in the Royal Council, doesn't instill me with much warmth. I can't help but feel that behind his constant smile, he views everyone as mere pawns. Also, his eyes make you feel like he's evaluating goods on a shelf. In terms of being approachable, Sir Percy is the best. Although his face is hard as iron, he treats everyone equally, even people like me. A humble servant stationed in a remote palace. He may not have a hint of a smile on his face, but his fairness is evident in his actions. For some reason, Lord Strange and Sir Percy seem to be at odds with each other, constantly clashing whenever they're in the same room. They're always verbally sparring, dueling with words. I've even heard that when it came to deciding the venue for Princess Olivia's coming-of-age ceremony, whether it would be held in the royal palace, as tradition dictates, or at the palace where the two sisters spent their childhoods. They wouldn't stop arguing in front of Her Majesty. A senior servant who'd once intimately served Queen Philomia said that Her Majesty actually saw this as a sign of their good relationship. It's yaoi. I don't get it. It's hard to imagine what it would be like for Lord Strange, who's always smiling, and Sir Percy, who never smiles, having a raging argument while completely red in the face. That's because it's yaoi. But Her Majesty doesn't mind, so I guess it's fine, right? I almost forgot. The chief musician ordered someone to come and take the music scores from Her Majesty, left at the palace today, saying they needed to use them as a foundation for a new piece for the coming-of-age ceremony. They had to hurriedly gather everything before the head maid noticed. So many people are preparing for Princess Olivia's coming-of-age ceremony. It sounds like it will be such a grand event. I really wish I could attend and witness it myself. They're weaving in like all of the NPCs. Sir Percy, Strange, and even, I guess I'm going to assume the head musician or whatever is he. The piano playing gloves. An old trim document. An old trim document, its edges bearing creases. Let's suggest it was once carefully tucked between the pages of a book, only to be accidentally left here. Well, we're looking at a book, so I think it's still tucked between the pages of a book. Following the orders of higher authorities, a public opinion survey was conducted regarding the recent decree issued by the Hardcraftian royal family. The results are as follows. To protect the privacy of the citizens, all interviewees were given pseudonyms. Robert, a decree? What does that have to do with me? I don't earn much anyway, so why bother worrying about it? You say that according to the new decree, I'll have to pay a few hundred less blings just from farming? That's great. With that extra money, I can buy a new loom for my wife. Angeli. Really, no one will know who I am? Then I'll say what I'm thinking. Of course it's a good thing. With this new policy, the boss can't just lower my wages with a snap of his fingers like he always does. Just thinking about his big green face makes me feel so much better. Crispy candy? A decree. Is that some kind of cookie? I don't quite understand the question. But Dad said he'll buy me an extra jar of candy every month from now on. I love candy. Tea or coffee, these are strange pseudonyms. I work as a maid at the Count's house. Yes, the Count. He's been in his study recently, discussing important matters with other nobles and officials. When I went in to drop off some water, I overheard them talking about strategies regarding the new decree. But it's such a good decree, so why do they need to discuss strategies against it? And the enda. My colleagues have been discussing this matter recently as well. If you ask me, the person behind this decree has been too bold. Even for the sake of protecting the people, it shouldn't be so radical. Trying to fight against the long-standing nobles with just one's own power won't be enough. Those useless officials won't let her get away with this. Having trouble piecing together what this has to do with anything, like, that we've been through. With Queen Philomia and all that. Maybe I just didn't read it carefully enough. Could be that Philomia was trying to implement some kind of decree that would help the people, like the lower class, and that for some reason, as it does, angered the high class. And that could be tying into why she went down in history as like a tyrant. The high class distorted her role in history, maybe. Just my guess as to why that piece of lore is there when it seems so unrelated, as far as I can tell. Any do? Nothing up here. I think we're almost done. Or we could be done already? Just these. Right? Was that the last bit of lore? Feels kind of weird to cap off on that. Kind of hard to call it a revealing secret, but... Again, maybe I just read it wrong. In any case, we are done. And I think we're done with the lore, too. Yeah. Unless there was a book I missed. Guess that's it. 3 pieces of lore, 2 of them having to do with Philomia. The last one maybe having to do with her. Probably does. I mean, it has to, right? It's here in the cavern, so it should. It could even be foreshadowing. They mentioned like a count, so... Could be like relating to future events. We might not be completely done with the Hardcraft Kingdom for like future stuff, so... And Strange is gone. Nope, he's here. Tell me about this cavern. In the cavern within Queen Philomea's palace ruins, the most valuable treasure is the secrets of Her Majesty's past. As for how to interpret these secrets, that's up to you, Miss Nikki. Well damn, I was hoping you'd, I don't know, explain it for me. Give it to me straight, but that's fine. I guess that's why these exist, right? Maybe people can, I don't know, people more attuned to the lore can connect the dots more than I did. If there are even dots to connect, it might just be a straightforward piece of lore that I'm making a mountain out of a molehill of. Just that last one seemed... well, I didn't quite get it. Where did my cat companion go? I don't know either. Don't act surprised. There's no need to look for it. A young cat should be exploring the beauty of the world. Why keep it bound to a ghost that cannot move? Okay? Should I be reading between the lines for that too? Is that cat something super important that's going to come back later? Who knows? Nikki can only imagine. Nikki, ponder on that fact. With your ponder emote. Where is it? I'm sure it's here somewhere. There it is. Nikki is going to wonder about the deep lore of this game. Or she's going to wonder if this game's lore is even really that deep to begin with. I'm going to do that too. And while she does that, we're going to wait for the next event, which is coming in a couple of days, but I'm probably going to just wait until there's only a couple of days left in that event, before I do everything at once, as usual. Now would be a good time to take a break.